Right, it's vlog time again. We've been doing a few bits and pieces. We've got Zach coming, we've got Ben on the camera. Right, so first thing, we're going to go through, we've lined some cars up. We're going to go through some new products we've got and bits and pieces and updates. And there's a new member of the family you may have spotted there. Right, so what are we going to do? Right, first thing, Mrs. Powerful works behind the scenes a lot, and she has just launched the new website, which is on the Shopify platform. I'll put a screenshot of it there. Ben's been helping her doing some of the graphics and stuff, so please check out the new website. Let us know if you've got any comments, feedback, anything doesn't work, let us know and we will feed it back to Mrs. Powerful and we'll try and do that. Right, let's have a look at some car stuff, shall we? Right, come on Ben, let's have a look. So Zach, he's hiding behind the, he's over there. Go on, quick flash of Zach. Zach's been working on some bits and pieces with me. Right, winch mount. Now we've had a look at this before. Now if you're going off-roading, you don't want to be going down under here and getting your winch out if you're in a puddle. So getting your winch out handy is a good idea, and we looked at this when we went off-roading up north with David and Rachel. And originally we had this magnetic, we had some magnet, but we weren't really happy and the magnets were quite expensive. So we have now come up with a new Circlip design. So basically what you've got, we've put some little grips on it. You remove the little Circlip, and we're going to look at getting that printed in a red plastic, because it's a sort of an easy to lose part. So right, and then you can release your clip. So you draw until you need your winch, it's there and ready. Now, when we were off-roading, we had this up here, and it was moving like this, and you've got the front camera here. So we had this like oil leak mode. I'll see if I can put a picture up. And on the camera, when you looked at the forward view, or the clear, what do they call it when you look through the bonnet, Ben? They got a flash name, haven't they? See-through bonnet or something, where you can see under your car, where it just records the image it looks in front and then plays it as it goes back. And as this was waving, it looked like we'd leaked oil all the way under the car. We thought it was a classic Land Rover mode, but it was somewhat inconvenient, although entertaining. So what Zach clip, and what it does is it basically holds your rope over to the side. Okay, and I'll show you that now. So he's 3D printed this. Okay, and what you've got is you've got two little clips, and you can clip these into the grille. So there you go. So it's quite a clever little design. It's sort of got lots of springiness going on everywhere, and basically you just pop that in the grille. Okay, and that will lock in the grille and hold your rope out of the view of your camera. But it's all ready to go. Now, on the winch, we did a video on this. Now, our winch got itself in a pickle the other day. Now, the trouble with the winch is you need it when you need it. But if it lets you down, then you're in sort of double jeopardy. So the Warn provide a reset button which just reboots the winch, and that fixes it 99% of the time. But in Land Rover's wisdom, they made it so you can't reach. Even Mr. Tickle couldn't get in the back there. And actually, we do know a guy called Mr. Tickle. It couldn't get in the back there to press the button. So what we've developed is a little clip, a series of clips that go in here. Okay, so they're just 4 simple clips. And what they're going to do is, we'll do the video on this. And what that's going to do is it allow you to cut a hole here, and we haven't cut it out yet, we'll do the video, and then you can put this mesh in in the corners, and that will keep the mesh there. We've got these laser cut, haven't we, Zach? Yeah. We were debating, let's have some debates. We were debating, let us know, what colour should this be? We cut it out of red plastic, and we thought, is that a good idea? Do you want to remind yourself and everybody that this is removable? Do we want these clips in yellow or red? Because they could get lost. It doesn't really matter. Or do you want them in green, or do you want them in black? What look do you want? Let us know. Likewise with that Circlip. Let me put my Circlip back on. Right, let's move along. Come on, Mighty Stig. Awning brackets we're going to launch this week. So this is our new awning bracket system. Now, this was designed, we didn't want one that went up because we've got the roof tent that goes on. So we wanted an awning system that would mount flush. So we've designed these for the ARB system, and basically there's a series of plates that drop in down behind here, and then you can lock them with a padlock or a nut and bolt here. And basically it means you can just drop your awning in, and they clamp onto the bars using our spacer blocks and stainless steel plates. Now they're on the website already, but I haven't finally signed those off, have I, Ben?
No.
So go on the website, take a look at them, get yourself on the waiting list, and I'll sign those off this week. Right, let's move round to the rear. Oh, it's like we planned this video, Ben. Imagine. Right, so the rear molly plates. Remind me, Ben, where are we on the molly plates? They're on the website now.
Ready to go, yeah.
They're on the website, ready to be. So get your name on them. They will be released this week. Zach's done a superb job on that. We've done the video on that as well, haven't we, Zach? So I'll look for that video coming out this week. What else have we got on the back? Did you get the rear side molly plates in as well? Yeah. Whoa! So these rear side molly plates, they're also ready to launch. How far off are they, Zach? Couple of weeks. You were just finalising that spacer there. We weren't. One of these spacers here was just pulling off a bit, so we just got that finalised. We're all good. Right, I think that's all. Grab handles. We love handles, don't we? Right, let's have a look inside, Ben. Right, here we go. So this is Zach's new 3D printed handle. So the normal handles are sort of plastic flip down one, and if you need the handle, it's a bit of a kerfuffle if you're off-roading to sort of flip it and grab it and stuff. Well, we got one, there you go. It's much like this. Look, you've got to sort of get up. It's not the biggest pain in the world, but they look a bit drab. We just like these because they look. So we've done a sort of skeletal design, and it's there all ready to go. And so even though these are 3D printed, should we do live demos,
Yeah.
Zach? Yeah. I think I lost my entire weight on that handle. So there we go. We're well impressed with that. Zach's, and where are they? They're not far off being listed. They'll be on the website
Early next week.
So that's a thing of beauty. Right, let's go and have a look at the new member of the family. Right, so we have just got ourselves a Range Rover P38 30th anniversary. So this came up at auction and George spotted it. Now George has sort of bought it at the moment, but he sort of said, Dad, if I get short of money, will you buy it back off me for what I paid for it? So it's one of those. So yeah, so what did George pay for it? It was $2,800 plus delivery, plus auction fees, plus VAT or something. But I think delivered here, it cost us £3,600. So this car is, I believe, MOT'd. George has done a lot more research on it than me. And it is obviously one of the top spec P38s they make. We will do a more in-depth video, but it's the 4.6 litre V8. I think they're highly collectible. It's got some mileage on it. It's got like 169,000 miles, but it's got all the walnut trim, the chrome accessories. It's got the green and cream. Steering wheel needs to get recovered. It's got a whole plethora of 2000s-ish high-tech stuff. It's probably got like 100th of the stuff you get in a modern iPhone, but there we go. We love it. It's got a saggy headline in, so we got to sort something like that. What we're going to do about that? Bit of spit and tape, I reckon. How else are we looking? Now apparently they only made 100 of these 30th anniversary models, and of those, only 50 of them had the rear picnic tables, and this is one of them. So it's got the super deluxe. It is quite lush. It even smells like the inside of a roller, doesn't it? It's lush. So there we go. So you got, I haven't even flipped that. Check that out. Look at that. That is pretty mint, isn't it? Look at that, a little veneering fest there. There we go. Look, is it missing a popper there, or is the popper's unpopped, hasn't it, Ben?
Yeah.
But that leads us on to something else. But look, so let's have a look. More in poppers to come in this video. So let's have a look at its backside. So it's all there. It's got the badging. It's got everything. Got a tow bar on it. So we'll get this cleaned up and we'll do some odds and ends on this. Obviously, we're not going to customize this one too much. This is more collectible. So we'll get the lanyard guard out. We'll lanyard guard it. We'll clean it up. We'll probably get it up the paint shop. Old Sid the painter, he's lost his premises, hasn't he? We'll have to have a work out, see what Sid's doing. Right, the 90. Let's get on and have a look at the 90. Right, so we have launched the 90 molly plates. So they're slightly different to the 110 ones. So we've got them launched. And what we've actually done on this, if you wander around, Ben, is we've actually fitted 2 side gear carriers. So this allows you to fit the side gear carriers. So we're going for this sort of urban warrior sort of street look on our shiny black 90, and we're quite pleased with that. That sort of works quite well. We're tweaking it because they're slightly different levels, and we are redesigning the plate now, so that they're both going to sit at the same level. It's kind of historic because when we originally did it, we wanted to reuse the original mounting bolts, but you couldn't on the 110 because they sat too far forward. And actually we've decided, let's just mount the molly plate and have a separate set of mounting holes in the molly plate if you want to do the gear carrier, rather than trying to make double use of certain holes. It wasn't working, so we've done that. Right, now here's one for you. So the side gear carrier, they do have this net, but it's kind of limited in use really. So a couple of people have asked for a molly plate for inside it, and we didn't think that was a bad idea. So Zach's done a prototype here, and in fact we've actually got these made now. We've got them, so that's going to sit in there. But we haven't got them made. We've got them in progress. Yeah. We've got them quoted, and we've got the CAD done. And that's what I was going to ask you. Do you think it's a good idea? Should we get them made? And also, what colour? Now normally we get the molly plates done in that textured black, but when it's inside here, I wondered if it would be better in like a khaki green or a bright red or a yellow, so it's actually functional. You can see, otherwise it's sort of black on black in a sheltered place, and obviously you only see it when it's open. So let us know, what colour would you choose? Maybe they like that 75th anniversary green, Ben. That's not the green you chose. No. I think we went for like a NATO green.
Yeah, military kind of, yeah.
A military navy. It would give enough contrast without shouting at you. So that's that one. Right then, poppers, Ben. Poppers and pull tabs. So this is one Ben's been working on. So one thing we noticed on the 90 particularly was you can almost reach, when you're in the back, if you flip the seats down, if someone's put the seats down, now bear in mind on the early 90s, as of like a month ago, they've changed it. The seat base doesn't fold up, so the only thing that folds down is up a bit, and it's kind of annoying. If you want to grab it, you've got to reach. So Ben has said we could do some little handles to grab it. Okay, so we've got these handles made where you can it just aids you pulling it, and it gives you something to hold to. So these points were provided for strapping baby seats. Now I don't think many baby seats use those now, do they, Ben? I think if you've got the Isofix,
yeah,
there's no need for the secondary strap, so they're kind of redundant. So we have got these straps, and we've got them made in real leather, aren't they, Ben? Which is good and bad. Well, no vegan leather, but we've got those in black and this sort of tan colour. So they're pretty good. They're on the website and selling, aren't they, Ben?
Yep.
Right. What else? Spare wheel lock. Right. This is a good and bad story, isn't it, Zach? Thank you, Zach. So we launched our first batch of spare wheel locks, and we launched the batch just to get some feedback, and there's been some feedback, good and bad. So some people have said, brilliant, cost competitive, really like what you've done there, worked fine for me. But a few people have had a couple of issues. Now the first issue was the grub screw that held this collar onto the mushroom plate. It turns out a grub screw onto flat stainless steel doesn't really grip as much, so we've redesigned it with a little clip that pops in, but it's popped in, Zach. I can't. Can you pop it out for me?
Like that.
Yeah, okay. So that's one issue we've had. Now the other issue we've had is this piece that goes into the lock. It's weak here, and you can see when it 3D prints, it creates a layer of infill to save on material and reduce weight. And we're optimizing this. We're going to put a bit of a fillet on it, and we may even zigzag this line so that it's got more surface area. So Zach is working on that. But and also the circlip that went round, a couple of people said it popped up, so we're making that a bit deeper. So this was our best. This was one of our best efforts. So you put the lock in. Now instead of needing a grub screw, we've had the new batch of plates made with that, and then we've 3D printed this spring clip, and we've put a little tab on it so you know which way round it goes, and that pushes in and springs in, and that locks that in place. No need for a grub screw. That's a positive lock. That's going nowhere. We tried to break it and couldn't. So if you were one of the early adopters and you're having problems, some of you already let us know. We try and look after people who put their faith in us getting it right first time, and we don't always, and we do listen to feedback. So let us know if you would like us to send you this later edition. But give us another, I'm looking at you, Zach, another couple of weeks for us just to get these produced and the design finalized and test, and we will make sure we get you up to the latest level free of charge. And then when we've got all you guys sorted, we will then release the second batch, and that's great. But the great thing about the 3D printer is we can improve stuff, whereas if we did an injection mold, it's expensive and that. So it's sort of good news and bad news. Right, where are we next? The front, what? Oh yeah, the front cover, I forget. Zach, let me give you these. Thank you, Zach. Right. So one thing we're working on is a cover to cover. So we've done all the CAD work for this. We haven't got it produced yet. This is quite interesting. We've 3D printed it in sections. And if you look carefully, you can see there's like a little jigsaw so that we could, because the 3D printer's not big enough to produce that. So we've had that made in sections and clipped it together. Now, this could be, we've got a couple of ideas. It could be used for a color change. If you want to get rid of the silver color, you could just have it in gloss black, and I think that would be popular, particularly on this one. We could get it made with a checker plate finish, because this area is going to get damaged with flies, gravel, off-roading. So we could get it made in a textured finish or a checker plate finish. Ben said it looked quite good on the Raptor. We've done this in Raptor paint on the stick. So let us know, would you like that product? We've got to make a decision on getting the tooling made for that. We got a couple of tweaks. If you look here, this is why we 3D print product first. There's a bit of a gap in the corner here. You can see the silver coming through. So we're just tweaking the CAD, and then we'll have that ready. We all done on the 90 Ben. Right, the Volkswagen ID Buzz. He's getting there. We love the Buzz. Ben loves the Buzz particularly. Right, let's jump in or let's go around and look at the rear bumper cover. So we're trying to develop a few accessories for the Buzz. We like it because it is all electric, and we're trying to support the whole eco thing. We think that's a direction of travel, although Richie Sunak's trying to kick that back 5 years, which I think is nonsense, but we won't get too political, eh, Ben? Right, let's go and have a look. Ben has been busy with a rear bumper cover. So, not dissimilar to the Defender, Volkswagen have decided to give you a rear bumper and an access point where you're going in and out, and paint it so that as the dogs get in and out, or the kids, or you're shopping, it's going to get scratched. So we have developed this vinyl sticker. Are they on the website yet, Ben?
Yep.
Yep. So we'll get those. This was another one. We developed this, and we're umming and ahhing on this one, aren't we, Ben? So we've developed this number plate surround, and we did it for the Tesla, but we think it also looks good on the Buzz. But the trouble with this one is there's a limited price you can sell these for, so we'd have to sell quite a lot. So let us know, would your car look good with that number plate surround? Let us know what you think about that. Right, let's go and have a look at the phone charge. Is that Gary or phone, Ben? Yeah? Yeah, go on, have a quick peek at Gary. Look at that. Oh, is it going up? Right, let's have a look. Stay safe, but stay fresh. That's right, that's Ben's motto. Right, let's put Ben's mints back. Right, so we have developed a phone holder. So there is no phone holder for you on the passenger side of the Buzz. Now, obviously the driver's got Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, so the driver should have less demand for a phone holder, but passengers often like to look at stuff and do stuff, so we have developed this. Now I've got to remember which way it goes. It clips on the bottom, doesn't it? So this is a magnet. We've designed it to fit these Yoshi magnetic mounts, and you can put the little metallic discs inside onto the back of your phone or in your phone case. That doesn't charge, that's just the holder. But the clever thing is the way we've designed it, where it clips on at the bottom and it snaps on, and you can put that anywhere you like along here. We've also got a second version of the same concept that goes, again, this is the same mount, but this is for the iPhone. So this is the MagSafe. So you can connect this to the USB ports and it will charge your phone. So let me just demonstrate that one. So this is the same clamp, okay, and you can mount that there, or you can also mount that one over here, wherever you like. So it's the same clamp design, but this is the MagSafe for the iPhone, and that's the Android Auto or non-MagSafe phone mount. And the other thing was, yeah, you can mount them, you can obviously rotate it any which way you like, which is cool. Right, everyone's leaving, Ben. I think it's time we went home, don't you?
I think it is.
Right, so, highlight of my week, Ben. Today, this morning was the first morning I got my knitwear out. It's knitwear season again. So it warmed up a bit, but yeah, so knitwear season's here. Get your jumpers out of the wardrobe. Right, let's go home. Have a good weekend.